how good can the Saints be with Jameis as the starter?
So I'll leave the actual football nuts and bolts of this to Dominique and Mina. I just want to point this out. I hope we're all ready to call Sean Payton a genius, like in ways that we never have before, because everybody has been trying to do the thing that we think Jameis Winston is going to do under Sean Payton's direction, which is get under control and seemingly become a different person. He showed up to training camp with a whole like new job interview voice, and then he goes and throws like 50 yards through the air, which no one has done in New Orleans in 5 years. The bar in New Orleans for arm strength is extraordinarily low. But the bar for personal change is incredibly high. So if you're Sean Payton, I think this is how this plays out. You get a lot of credit for Jameis being better than anybody thought. And if he doesn't work out, I still think Sean Payton then pivots to the guy that was supposed to make him a genius in the first place, Taysom Hill, even though that guy is only theoretically a quarterback.
I consider myself to be like pretty rational when it comes to the preseason. I try to keep everything in context and not overreact. But after Jag Saints week 2, when you had, Jameis Winston throwing 50-yard bombs to Marquez Callaway, Marcus Davenport basically dog walking the Jags backup offensive line, backups, and Marcus Williams flying around. I was on my couch like, who dat? Who dat? The Saints are back, which is ridiculous because this is the same team they were a few weeks ago. It's a good team. They have really talented players. The guys I just mentioned are all good, but it's a team that really lacks depth, especially compared to Tampa Bay, where like their wide receiver group is 20 players deep. I'm not exaggerating. I really think they have like 20 wide receivers on that roster who could start in the NFL. So no, the Saints are not going to win the division, but if Jameis plays like he did in preseason week 2 against the Jaguars, they could make some noise.
Okay, first of all, your who dat was utterly unacceptable. Second of all, Jameis, I think that there was an argument that I was making part of last season that Jameis should have been the quarterback last year because the turnovers are a problem, but they have an awesome defense and a ton of talent. But the fear factor was not there for Drew Brees. Defenses going up against them had a much easier time because they were not concerned about the big play. The threat of the big play is worth a turnover every now and then.
Yeah.
If you hit one every now and then, even if you don't hit them, the fact that the cornerbacks and the safeties and the D coordinators are a little nervous to blitz because they don't want to leave you in one-on-one coverage, a little nervous to sit down on 3rd and 5s because they don't want to get caught on the double move. Like that changes the equation for the defense. So if he can control the turnovers, yes, that'd be great. But even if he can't control their turnovers, I'm not sure that this offense wouldn't be better with him out there throwing a few picks every now and then, but also throwing a couple 50-yarders from time to time.
I just want to point out that feels like something a defensive back would say if given a national television platform in which maybe some interceptions are good to throw. Has anybody thought of that for offenses?
No way. After last week, we watched Shaquille Griffin, I believe it was. He got toasted by Marquez Callaway. They don't want to play Jameis Winston. They want to play Taysom Hill. And Dominique is absolutely right. When you have that threat of the deep ball, of the explosive pass play, it does increase your margin for error when it comes to turnovers. Everybody is going to freak out when Jameis Winston throws his first interception this year. It's going to happen, guys. Like, he's going to throw an interception. But even if he throws a few, even if he throws more than, obviously, Drew Brees, which seems inevitable, it's still the right decision for this offense because of the variance he brings you in the upside.
I think the Swiss Army knife comparison for Taysom Hill is perfect because he can do a lot of things. Good-ish. Like if you want to cut a steak,
that's a fair
you
point.
don't want a Swiss Army knife.
No,
If
you don't want to be out of
you
phase.
need a corkscrew, you want a corkscrew. Only reason
That's
why
right.
you
You don't
use a Swiss Army knife to do Swiss Army things
What?
is because you don't got other stuff.
Okay, what are the things other than the knife and the corkscrew? There's like a nail file.
Yeah, there's
The
scissors
Swiss
on
Army
it. There's
knife?
scissors sometimes.
Yeah, they're little teeny little
Scissors.
scissors.
Yeah, they're teeny
there's
little
the they're the teeny tweezers that you pull out of like the very end. It's like hidden away, and you pull those out.
So that's like the quarterback sneak for Taysom.
That's right.
Is the little...
Teeny little tweezers.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.